Hey, good morning, good afternoon, whichever. Wanted to welcome you to Selman Ridge in the fantastic community of Salem, Utah. So today we've got an absolute privilege, and you see it over my shoulder there. We have a new construction home that's listed at just under 1.2 million, and we're going to go check this out. But before we do, I wanted to give a shout out to the builder. Um, and the builder is Crestline Homes. Joe is doing a fantastic job. Looking at the outside of the house, it's absolutely fantastic. And you can just tell the attention to detail is phenomenal. So, you know what? Let's go take a look and see what we can do, see what we can find. So as we walk up, you can see we've got a 3-car garage. So 2 cars and then an overheight third, which is fantastic. You've got the yard is not done yet, but as you look, you look down the street, there's snow-capped mountains. You look between, there's snow-capped mountains. This area here of Salem is absolutely one of the gems of the area. So as we go in and look at the front entryway, when we look at luxury properties, the first thing that you notice is the attention to detail and the draw of the eye. And so as you look at this one, look at the draw and how your eye is drawn clear through the house to the back. So it draws you into the house. And that's a design element. You know, there's not a staircase sitting right in front of the door. There's not a wall there. It draws you in. And so that's one of the, like I said, my opinion, but one of the signatures of a luxury home. So as we go in, one of the things we want to do is, especially in, Joe's houses here, is we're going to take off our shoes. So you're not going to hear me clunking around. But we want to respect the home and respect the cleanliness of it, because it is absolutely beautiful. Staged it, immaculate. But first thing you walk in, so let's maybe talk real quick. Your 5 bedrooms, your 4.5 bathrooms, your just over 5,200 square feet of home. And this is absolutely just fantastic. So again, as we come in the front entryway, we're drawn to the back windows, and the back windows overlook, again, Mount Nebo, Mount Loafer to the left. So you've got some absolutely beautiful area. There's a grassy area behind the house. So there's not going to be a house behind you. So that's going to be nice and open. And anyway, helps to add value, right? So if you look, look at the detail and just the work and the woodwork as we go around, the faux frames on the wall. You come in, what a great room. You've got the dining room offset. You've got the kitchen with a bar there. So now, one of the great questions for me when I get into doing these things is, I always ask him, where do I start? And with a beautiful home like this, it's really interesting because everything is divided. And it's divided intentionally and on purpose. So we're going to go see what is on, we came in the door, we're going to go opposite of the kitchen. And so if you came in the front door, we're going to go to the right. So the first thing that we're going to go to is the office. And I want you to look at, again, just the attention to detail. The overheight doors, glass, so that way you can shut the doors have your office, but have the silence there as well. Lots of light, oversized windows, which are fantastic. And again, just a very basic staging, but it gives you a really good idea of what's there. Now, as we continue, we're gonna go into the first bedroom here. And I want you to see the arched, or the roof line there. And just look at the light in here. And I know, when you move in, you're gonna put curtains and levelers or whatever you're gonna put up, plantation shutters. But look at the light here. And if we really want to go in, and this is, again, one of the elements of South County. If we look right past that house, you can see Utah Lake. You can see the point of the mountain. It really does give you all kinds of views and those types of things. But again, let's go back to the room. Fantastic. And again, you have your fan on the ceiling with your recessed lights. So you get the light, but you also get the fan, but the fan matches the ceiling, so it blends. Really a nice touch and a nice feature. We come into the bathroom, and you've got your commode in there. But then this is true separate, a 2-sink feature. So you've got one sink there, a beautiful bathtub. You've got the second sink, and the second sink is larger. It's got the little cosmetic table, next to it, all with the same countertop and colors. And then you have the shower. And to me, I'm not a design expert, but to me, I love how simple things like the gold sink faucets match with the black accent on the mirror and the lights above it. To me, again, I would not have paired that, but the way it's done really eloquent. It matches the handles on the drawers. So again, it's those attention to detail things in a luxury home that people don't see in a standard tract home. Large, oversized closet. And even with this, a lot of times on the top shelf here, you see an extra shelf all the way around. Well, that extra shelf, a lot of times, that's just open. And to me, they've been able to maximize the utilization of the space, again, which goes back to, and I'm going to say this probably 100 times, but just the attention to detail when it comes to a home like this. So on this side, so this is the west side of the home, you have a beautiful laundry facility. I mean, the woodwork is fantastic. Again, it's got the dark wood to give you a nice little accent, but the handles still match. The lighting still matches. Those are those attention to details. So, and then we walk into the extra bedroom here. It still has an ensuite. It still has a walk-in to it. It's not as big, but it's a great way to have that extra, facility, the extra, space that you need without having a shared bathroom facility. So the west side of the house is 2 bedrooms, a laundry room, 2 bathrooms. We're going to count the office there, but let's go take a look here at the kitchen and the dining area. So dining area, again, beautiful floors. I mean, look at how well those are done. Beautiful floors, great light. The light and the chandelier above is absolutely just beautifully done. And it's not an overstatement. It doesn't have the big gaudy feel of some of the old, chandeliers of the past, but it gives you great light, gives you that accent that you need. And you've got so much space around here. A lot of times, people try to cram a dining room just right off of your island. And this, again, is that attention to detail. We want people to feel at home. We want to have them feel like they've done this. So as we're looking at this, the builder is Crestline Homes. Joe, and we've got his information there too. Joe is fantastic, and I can't tell you enough. He is a younger guy, but again, just the immaculate details are phenomenal. You've got a double oven with a microwave above. You've got your KitchenAid cooktop, and that's gas. You've got your refrigerator. You've got 2 dishwashers next to the sink, and that sink goes outside and with the window. I mean, what a huge window, to be sitting right there and have the dishes going both directions. That great kitchen for a huge, dining area, dining experience, having the family eating around the table at the countertop here on the island, waiting for dinner to happen. I mean, what a great space to live in. So now as we go to the east side of the house, first thing we're going to do is you've got a covered porch. So you've got the ability for barbecue, that right there underneath the covered porch. We'll go down the stairs here in a minute. But you've got a butler's pantry back here as well. So again, these types of things are really great, especially if you're doing a lot of hosting and those types of things, because it allows you to keep the mess back here in this and shut the door, if you will, whereas everybody else is out at the dining room table at the island eating. So some great things going on there. Again, accent lights, fantastic. Again, you see the change in cabinetry color, but again, the accents match. So you got the handles match, the countertop matches, the same as the kitchen. So great that way. We keep moving this direction. We have another room here that would be like an office, if you will, a second office. It does not have a closet to it, but could this be a nursery? Could this be a playroom? Could this be, there's so many things it could be. You've got a great little mud hutch, if you will, right here. But if you notice, they've kind of switched colors. So now we're into the little darker gray cabinetry and the gold accents. But again, it still matches and works. We've got a half bath here. And then we go right out into the garage. The garage itself, again, from the inside, you've got really great space. You've got a small staircase, and then your third car garage is a little deeper too. So a great add. Everybody needs that garage. Everybody's got stuff to store, and the last thing you want to have is a really nice home like this and have your garbage can sitting out front. So let's go downstairs and check out the downstairs. Again, this is a Crestline home, Salmon Ridge in Salem, Utah. So as we come down the stairs, first thing we're going to run into is a huge family room. We've got a bar kind of kitchenette down here with a microwave, little drink station there in the wine cooler. I've seen a lot of people doing that with energy drinks, which is awesome. Right here, we're going to go into a exercise room. So you've got your padded floor for your sound. You've still got lots of light. You've got storage. This could be a bedroom if you really wanted to, minus the mirrors. But anyway, an exercise room. And then as we move, again, we're going west into the house. You go into a kind of another room here that could be used for, again, a sewing room, something like that, a craft room. You've got your cold storage underneath the front porch here, and you've also got your facilities. Now, you've got a tankless water heater, which is, again, attention to detail, right? Tankless water heater. This builder, Joe, has provided the water softener, which here in Utah is critical. You really do need it. But, what a great thing to have, a tankless water heater and the water softener before you even move in. Great details. You've got a bathroom here in the basement. Marbled finished, marble top, really a pretty design here. And then you have another full bedroom with a walk-in closet. You've got so that's one. You've got a second bedroom with a walk-in closet and a ensuite to it. The ensuite is kind of a Jack and Jill kind of a style that goes into a third bedroom, which is, I think, a great use of space because that's usually where the kids are going to be. They're going to be down hanging out in the basement, have their rooms down here, have a couple of them that can share that bathroom. But in this space here, you've got it set up. They've got the system set on the wall so that you could have a theater here if you wanted to. Just a absolutely fantastic extra space, bonus space, if you will. So a finished basement. In Utah, a lot of times you don't get a finished basement. The builders will do the main level and then leave the basement unfinished and let you do that. Well, that's great. But again, when we're talking luxury, I think Joe has done a phenomenal job setting this up to where it really is. Move in, let's go, bring your stuff, and everything's ready to go. It's really a great space, a great home. Again, tons of light. We're back up in the kitchen area again. So as we look at things and start looking at and talking about things, let's talk about the first thing I want to talk about real quick. Besides, again, the attention to detail, Crestline Homes, phenomenal job, Joe. You call me, I can give you a personal walkthrough. Joe's got some great designs as far as future builds that he's working on right now. So great way to do this, and can't beat Salem. But let's talk through Salem for a minute. Salem is, like I said, it really is a hidden gem in Utah. It is a quiet little town. You have a high school, junior high. There's elementary schools here, so you've got a phenomenal school system. And when I say that very, very biasedly because all of my kids went to Salem Hills High School. So I had 4 kids go through there. Love the system, love the school itself. They've got some great programs that they do. They do every year. Salem Hills does what they call they do a Make-A-Wish. So the student body chooses a student to do the Make-A-Wish for. And then they do 2 different events for that. So the first event, they go and get the cheerleaders, drill team, those guys go and put together a team. And what it usually turns out to be is the girls that know how to dance, how to choreograph, those types of things, put together a team of football players, basketball players, baseball players that struggle, putting one foot in front of the other. And I'm kidding. There's some great dancers there too. But anyway, but they have a competition and they sell tickets. So you go into the auditorium and you watch these guys, and it is an absolute great experience. We had one year, we were there watching. I had one of my kids was competing, and they had actually put together a team of special needs kids. And the special needs kids got on stage and did, if I remember right, it was YMCA, had the whole crowd cheering for them. And then the team that my son happened to be on, if I remember right, we're going back a ways. Anyway, they won. But then they took the trophy and handed it to the special needs kids. So to me, that was the spirit of the school. It wasn't about the win. It was about really showing who's there and taking care of those around you. The second fundraiser that they have is they have a fundraiser that's called the Skyhawk Gorge. And what that is everybody in the high school has a club that they're involved in. So that club could be sleeping at lunch club. It could be reading a book club. It could be, they have all kinds of clubs. But the clubs then, what they do is they come out and they put out a table and they go around the community and they get something food-wise, kind of, what to offer everybody that comes through for the gorge. So people come through, they get a punch ticket for this gorge, and then they go around and every table they go to, they get a ticket, their ticket punched, and so you get one, item per. Usually you go to the cafeteria, you get a hot dog and stuff that way so that they feed you something semi-healthy, I guess. Because a lot of times it's, chocolate, gummy worms, it's cinnamon bears, it's different things like that. One year, the baseball coach, shout out Haney, they showed up with, was it chocolate covered crickets? I think it was crickets, grasshoppers, one of those things. And so then that turned into a whole different animal because now everybody's standing there going, I dare you, I dare you. Anyway, I'm talking about the school. And I could keep going and talk about the school in length ad nauseum. The track program is phenomenal. There are just so many things there. There's so many teachers there. There's teachers there at the high school that are, to me, I consider them family. They've been that important to the family over the years, and they've changed football coaches and stuff, but there's always been one guy that's coached there that's helped all of my kids, and if not coaching them, he'll help them individually. So anyway, that Hernandez, that's you, gotcha. But anyway, there's just so many things about Salem to love. You have the clean air. You're on a little bit of the slope going up to the hill so that you don't have to have the schmutz that's down in Provo and Orem and that comes from Salt Lake. You get nice views of the mountains. You get all kinds of things. One story I'm going to tell you real quick to finish, and it may not be quick, but that's tough. So this mountain right here that we're looking at with the snow cap on it, back, oh man, this has to be 6 or 7 years ago now. That mountain up there burned. It was a lightning strike, and it burned, winds whipped, and the fire came down and came right into this Salem and Elk Ridge kind of an area where there was a lot of people that were in dire straits. And it was absolutely phenomenal to watch communities rally. And it was during football season. The football coach sent the football players up into the community to go help move, get people out, get them out, help them pack their trucks, help them pack. And it was done. It was an awe-inspiring, it really is about community and about who we are as people. I mean, everybody was helping everybody. Farmers that had farm fields, they were opening them up for, trucks and trailers and stuff to park or to bring horses and cows into if there were needs that way. There were areas that, like where we live, where we were a subdivision a little bit further away. But then our job became to help feed these people because there was 300, 500 plus people that they were feeding, as well as firefighters and stuff that would come down. And so, anyway, a phenomenal experience, but it only happens I shouldn't say it only happens because we know things like that happen in other communities, but that's one of the experiences that are really near and dear to my heart, to see the people and who Salem and the area, Elk Ridge, Woodland Hills, the Payson side of things, really shows who people are. So if that's the type of community you want to live in, and you want to live in absolute phenomenal perfection by Crestline Homes, call me. We'll get you a personal walkthrough. We'll get you a personal tour. We can sit down with Joe, go over design elements, so that if you wanted to build a house, looking at this, no hesitation to have Joe build me a house. Not at all. In a heartbeat, I'd have him do it. And it's, to me, the attention to detail really is where it's at. And so many times people, come into luxury homes and they're just looking for that bling and that pow and the stuff that way. But it really is in the attention to detail, the light, the extra large windows, the matching fixtures. Luxury really is a feel. So if luxury is really something that you're looking to do, and you want a 5,200 square foot, what do we say, 5 bedrooms? 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, 3-car garage, just over a third of an acre in the cherished Salem Hills neighborhood. Give me a call. My number is 385-224-1994. You can find me anywhere if you just Google Doug Tarter Realtor. I'll pop up all kinds of places. We've got all kinds of other welcome home virtual open houses that we've done. They're all on YouTube. So that's Doug Tarter, at Doug Tarter 9801. So would love to have you connect, would love to have you look at a house like this or any others, or move you to Salem. Let's get you figured out. What a great way to go. Joe, great job. Double thumbs up. we'll help you get this thing sold to that perfect client. So with that, you guys have a great day. Don't see any questions popping through. It's just an amazing thing to watch and walk through something like this. This is one of those Parade of homes. So if that's something you want to live in, minus the $3 million price tag, again, this is just under 1.2 million. We need to get you in here. Welcome you to Salem. So anyway, have a great day. Check out everything else again at Doug Tarter 9801, or give me a call, 385-224-1994. Joe, fantastic.